Hey, what's up guys? Another Zippo trick for you. This one here I'm calling Hot Hand. Again, just a reference, it's not the official name for this trick. But anyway, here's how it looks. Alright guys, this move is basically 4 different parts, okay? The second part is going to be the hardest, and I'll show you that in just a second here, but this is how you want to start off, okay? Your hinge is on top, as you can see here. You want to start off with your pointer finger and thumb pinching the lid, okay? This is how your grip is when you start the move. The first part of this move is just to flick the body out, okay? Very simple to do. Basically, you just do a quick little wrist flick and abruptly stop your hand. Once you stop, the momentum and the weight of this body is just going to hinge the lighter right open. Okay, so that's the easiest part of the move. Okay, the first step. So once this is open, the second step is probably the hardest. And that is to rotate this around your fingers and get it so that the wheel is resting up against your hand. Okay, now it's very important that once it rests against your hand, it's on somewhat of a 45-degree angle like this, so basically just the wheel is touching your hand. It doesn't matter where it lands. Sometimes when you do this move, it might land low, on the hand. Sometimes it might land higher, left, right. It doesn't really matter the position as long as it's this angle. If it's too far up, you're not going to spark the wheel. You're going to rub the body against your hand. If it's too far down, you're probably going to just stab yourself with the chimney, okay, because it's a little bit sharp. If it's way too far, like on this angle here, when you go to, spark it, it's just going to close the lighter. So the most important part here, again, first step, second step. The most important part is having basically just the wheel touching you. Again, doesn't matter where, as long as you're holding it and the wheel is touching you, okay, touching your skin. The next part of this move is basically just slapping the bottom. Now when you slap the bottom, you're rubbing the wheel against your skin. A quick little bump is going to spark it enough to light the Zippo, okay? Then the last move, let's assume that the lighter is lit right now. The last move is to rotate this back away from you, obviously, so you don't burn yourself. Now this is a really good move if you're going to, like, say, light someone else's cigarette. If you want to be all slick and, your lady friend has a butt in her mouth and, you want to light it for her. This is a really cool move to do because when you're ending, basically the lighter's open like this. So you can lean it in and obviously light your friend's cigarette or whatever. So that's a pretty cool move for that kind of a situation. So again, how this looks, first step, flicks open. Second step, rotates around towards your hand. Third step, slap it to light it. Fourth step, flick it away from you so you don't burn yourself. Okay, and then obviously to close it, you can just flick it shut. Alright, so I guess technically there's 5 steps once you close it. Not terribly difficult to do. Hardest part is going to be able to get the feel of how to let this rotate in your hand. If your grip is too loose, it's going to slide right out of your fingers. If it's too tight, it's not going to rotate, okay? So again, it's just a feel. You have to just practice, that's all it is. You'll get it. Again, possible dangers. If you're using your Zippo a lot for tricks, it's going to get very hot, and basically when you rest this against your hand, it's going to burn you. If your wheel is very hot or the chimney is really hot, it's probably going to burn your skin. Another possible danger is, again, if you're too squared off on your hand when you catch it or when you rotate. When you go to hit this, you might actually just cut yourself, okay? So again, be careful of that. When you first start this trick, just go really slow. Just kind of, I wouldn't even light it. I wouldn't smack it, for a little while. I would just keep practicing this rotation. That's all. Just make sure every time you do this, it lands on a 45 in your hand. And then eventually, when you get the courage, you can light it and away you go. So, anyway, just a little Zippo trick for you. The hot hand. Obviously, it's kind of a goofy name, but if you screw up the trick, you could have a hot hand. Alright, I'm going to show you this one more time just so you know what it looks like. That is the hot hand. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.